Hey guys, I'll be right with you. Just 1 second. Sorry guys, just 1 second. Um, last minute, last last minute screams from CNBC as usual. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I got so much cool stuff to show you. Give me a hi. Let me know if you guys hear me, see me. Screen should be good. I have the Dow up, but I got a lot of stuff to show you. Oh, what's going on here? Okay, good morning, good morning, good morning. Why is okay, just my good morning, Juan, Miguel, Connie, who's in the room. All right, everybody's kind of crawling into the room here. Okay. I'm gonna let everybody come into the room just for 1 second. Hang on just 1 second. Hang on. Okay. Sorry. I'm sorry, guys. Just my producer is just freaking out. I just want to make sure she's okay. Okay. No worries. All right. Super. Ooh, what are we getting? Dow coming down. Okay. Hey, Karen. Good morning. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Okay. All right. Everybody's coming to the room. So I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what's the better way of showing this. Maybe we do it this way just for now. Let me just see if I can do it this way. Sorry, just 1 sec. Oh God. Okay. Settings. I'm trying to go all white for just 1 sec. I think this will be okay. Okay. Oh, that's not good. Okay, sorry. Let me do it the other way. That's actually really stupid. Okay. How are we seeing that? Is that okay? Does that look kind of dumb? Is that okay? All right. So let me show you a couple of things. This is a Dow. It doesn't really matter, but we'll use the Dow as our example. Let me show you a couple of interesting tweaks to our trading methodology that I've improved in terms of structure that I think just makes it just so much better. So my prior structure was, okay, we're looking for the moving average of the red zone to be above the moving average crossover of the green zone, the prior zone, right? That's what I said, and that's fine. We can use that structure, but honestly, a much simpler, easier way to sort of eyeball the trade, and I think it's almost 6 of one, half a dozen the other. There are a couple of times when it kind of variates, but it really doesn't affect the basic principle. The idea is look at the prior two red zones. So we're looking to the to the greens. Oh, by the way, look at this. Hang on a second. I'm sorry, guys. I have a big ass breakout over here. Nah, it's too late already. Never mind. All right. I was looking at NAS here. I guess it's is it? What's going on over here? Is this, why is this look at this. This is so weird. Oh, because it's on white now. Okay, sorry. Let me just bear with me a sec, guys. Okay, I was like, whoa, what the hell's going on? Oh, because it's on white on the thing. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Nothing going on here. Sorry. Okay, so let's look at the NAS. Actually, it's perfect. So what we have here is we have a strong breakout signal, right? And I have a red, and I have a prior red. And the basic assumption is if the lowest low of the moving average zone of the red is higher than the prior zone, like in this case, everybody sees this, right? Then this trade is legitimate. With one interesting condition, and this is what the, oh, sorry. Let me preface this by saying that the strong breakout now moves to the first candle, moves to when we do the settings, instead of looking for the third candle, let's do the first candle breakout. Earlier the better. The earlier the better. I'll tell you why, because you'll see where I'm going with all of this. So I'm using first candle breakout, right? So we move the cross counter to 1 instead of 3. We get the target. The red is higher than the prior red. That's basically the only condition we have. And then we have one final condition. This is a really key condition that just, in my opinion, makes all the difference, right? And the condition is, in this case, actually, you would pass up on this trade, which wouldn't be a bad idea to pass up on this trade. So the final condition, when you're looking at it now, is, so you get this is the breakout, right? Your final filter as to whether you want to do the trade or not do the trade is, does the high of the breakout candle, is the high of this breakout candle, right, less than 5 points lower than the ultimate high, than the prior high of the green zone. So this is the prior green zone over here, right? That's the ultimate high. Actually, this is the problem. The problem with this example is that the prior green zone is over here, right? So prior green zone is over here. So in this case, obviously, it's higher than the prior green zone, and therefore it would be legitimate. But if you were sort of using this as your prior green zone, you said, you know what? It didn't really break the highs. It didn't even come close to the highs of this particular move. It might be better for me to pass up on the trade, and that would probably be a good idea, because what this is, by putting that final filter in, what you are doing is you are avoiding the exhaustion pattern. You know how we make money here, make money here, make money here, and then we have the final trade, and the final trade kind of runs into exhaustion because it's the final burst and it doesn't happen and it has a reversal. Well, you can remove a lot of that reversal risk by saying, is it near at or fresh highs? If it's making fresh highs, because notice how strong the move is once it's within fresh highs. So in this case, we're at 99. The prior high is 4. So clearly, it's within 5 points of the high. Good trade, right? Over here, this trade is 6. The high was around 11, within 5 points of the high. More or less, pretty good trade. That you're trading here. Very clearly that it's matching the highs. Pretty good trade, right? Here, very clearly that it's matching the highs of the prior greens, or within 3 or 4 points. Great trade, right? Great trade. So as long as we keep running within new highs or near new highs, we have momentum on our side. Everybody with me on this? Does everybody understand what I'm saying? And it's super easy to compare, because all we got to do is go to the prior greens. So this is obviously for the long side. All we got to do is go to the prior green zone and see where we are relative to the prior green zone. If we're not, I'll show you where the like a very good. Let me see if I can find you very good examples of failure of this thing. So, and this is especially true on the short side. So on the short side, I literally will not short unless I'm making fresh lows, And you know, you could see that like over here, you could see this example over here. So the green zone here clearly below the green zone here, so that we have a setup, right? We have the break over here to the short side. You see this break? It's 42. It's 42. You guys with me? But look at the ultimate low over here. It's 26. Is it anywhere near the lows? It's not even within 5 points of the lows, right? So yes, maybe you get lucky and you survive the retrace and you actually make the 5 points, but it's pretty much at the end of the short cycle. And most of the times you would have gotten stopped out of it. So avoiding the selling to the bottom or buying to the top is the point of this final filter. And it's so natural. It's so within the structure of how we we run the show here. And look how well everything else works. So red below the red, breakout candle. Is it near at our highs? Absolutely. It's actually above the highs that are prior. Fresh highs. Just run with it, baby. Just run with it. Just run with it. And here's where you kind of die out, right? So first of all, it's midnight New York, so it's clearly very, very low liquidity hours. But you could say, okay, the reds are, this is a little bit higher than this red, so it may be legitimate. This is a breakout here, but is it near the highs? No, it's at 76 and the highs are like at 84. So it's almost 10 points off the highs. It never reaches the highs. Why would I want to take this trade? I pass up on this trade and I save myself a stop out. You guys feeling me on this? Does everybody understand what I'm saying? And this is universal. Universal. It works on FX, works on currencies, works anywhere. What you want is fresh highs in an upside, fresh lows in a downside. And if you're not getting them, you ain't trading them. You're not trading them. It's just not worth it. I'm just looking over here. So, here's pound dollar as the night starts, right? So green below green, step one. We sell over here, right? Is this? It's 88. The prior low is around 85. I mean, is it close enough? It's within 5 pips. You could take it. You could take it if you wanted to. That's fine. But if you want to kind of, be more confident, you would probably wait until this point over here, because the prior, red over here in this particular segment. Well, no, actually, this is a whole segment, so it wouldn't be the same. Regardless, the point is, it was good enough, but you can see that it was very, very close to exhaustion point. You made your five pips over here, but you came very close. Then you turn yourself around the other way. Right now we don't have a trade here, so so here you turn yourself around. No, this is another good reason for why you don't want to do this. This is a perfect reason for why I love the setup. You see how the red is below the red? It's making lower lows on the red. It's not a great setup. You don't want to do this. It's making lower lows, not a great setup. Now, finally, we are possibly making higher lows on the red. If I break out here, and if that breakout is somewhere around 3.9, 3.10 on the breakout, then yes, I want to take the trade because it's very close to the highs of the prior green, and I have a chance, for the thing to go up. But if it ain't, I'm not doing the trade. Here's euro dollar. Euro dollar doesn't even have a setup structure here. Here's a good example of euro dollar where you could have gone the other way. So green below the green, we exhausted the up move, right? Green below the green, right over here. The short over here breaks to fresh lows. In other words, it takes out the lows of this particular red segment. Very, very easy trade from 11, goes all the way down to 93. But you could have taken certainly your 5 points. You see how it's playing out? So there are basically two key components here. We tighten the break point to the earliest break point, because if it's good, we want to get in early, and if it's not good, then we don't really care. We don't really care whether it's the third or the first, because we're looking at the structure of the trade, and that's what makes the trade so viable. Here's a short euro yen at a 31.08, right? I mean, it's a legitimate trade. Definitely worth a shot here. It's a little bit of a, my only is this. Let me just make sure it's on one. Yeah, it's on one. Yeah. Sometimes it surprises me that it takes so long, but it does. It breaks the lows here. So the entry would be 8. Does it trickle down? I think it has a chance here. I'll do this myself with you guys. I'll go down. Let me see. Where's my euro yen? All right, I'll sell euro yen here, and let's see if it works with it. My typical structure here is 15.5. And I'll let you know if it gets done. Basically looking at 3, but those setups are just there for the taking all the time, right? Here's a kind of a mildly positive setup. So we have a red zone here, tiny little red zone here, breakout over here, which is within 5 pips of the prior high. So it's 30. I think this thing was around 34. So within 5 pips, you get long 30. It ultimately goes to like 38. So you have a chance to to make that move. The point is, these especially on the 1-minute chart, these things pop out all night long. If you just rotate amongst euro, pound, euro, yen, pound, yen, and not even much. And if you want to do dollar yen, you could also do that. Dollar yen. Here's a clear sell in dollar yen. Lower greens, break to the downside at 24s, and it just which is very much within the lows. Boom, starts to crunch. And over here, you don't do anything because these are all making higher greens. Until you start to see lower greens, you're not trading against the move. The lower green, the one lower green here was like right over here. You could have taken that, which is what's 31, and that eventually gets you down over here at 25. So it's possible. Okay, let's see what's going on with. Looks like Nasdaq might be finally setting up something for us here. So I have a higher red. So Nas maybe finally setting us up for a trade here. I'm actually going to try and set myself up here for a trade into my algo. So higher reds, right? Obviously within the highs. If this takes out the high over here, it's going to be within the highs, but it's got to do it. It hasn't done it. We've had a strong move in Nasdaq overnight, so we'll see if there's a little bit more continuation before it obviously enters its natural profit-taking mode. But yeah, looks good. I actually traded the ES. I traded the ES overnight too, because the ES. One of the things that if you're trading futures, the ES is a very natural trade. It's like with a 1-3, 1 point target, 3 stop. So this is a perfect 1-3 target. 76 goes up to 78. It actually goes 2 points in your direction. Nice and clean move, straight up. I actually traded this. This was close, but it worked. You were 74.50 and went up to like so. Actually, it actually was more than close. Totally made it, because you can see this red is just a tad bit higher than this red. As long as it's equal or okay, it's fine. When it starts dipping down, then I don't want to trade that trade until I start to see a semblance of of higher lows. Again, it's not that it doesn't work when it goes the other way, but it just I don't want to see it. Even on the Dow, like this on the Dow, this kind of rule set is a great rule set. Like this was look at the Dow here. Yeah, it obviously slips against you, but not so much. So here's, higher reds, right? You take this out. It's, a little problematic. On the Dow, I would use, maybe 10. So this is a 106, and the high over here is 120. Maybe you would say that's a little, it's not high enough for me to participate. And you could see that the trade here was retraced a little bit against you. So if you took 106 and it went down to like 15 points. But I trade this with a 10-30. I have to trade it with a 1-3 ratio for now, just to see where my sweet spot is. And then you would have certainly survived it, and it went higher, even though this was a little problematic in the sense that it was near the highs. Looking to see where I had the same over here. Dow is always very problematic. Like this is not beating the highs. You would have been maybe a little bit hesitant to want to take the trade here at 19 against a 39. It's 20 points off the highs, but it still had juice because it had higher, higher lows, that kind of stuff. Let's go. I mean, actually, let's go look through yesterday's Dow price action. I'm just curious, like actual market price action. Jesus, the world's worst instrument. It really is just horrendous. So if I'm looking here. So yeah, this is a breakout at 864, and then it just goes. Where does it go? 870. Wow, it just dies. So this trade kind of just died. What was it against the highs here? What was the high here? It was 64 against 78. And this high was 56 against 71. This worked. This kind of died. This worked a little bit. This still retraced a little bit, but it did take you, for a plus 10. That's it. Dow's, Dow is very, very. I find Dow to be the hardest one to trade on this breakout because the Dow just retraces so much. It just has zero continuation on the moves. Let's see what's going on with it. NASA, unfortunately, not giving us the breakout signal, so which is fine. I mean, that's the whole point. If it didn't break out to the upside, that means we're not ready for the trade yet. Still holding the green zone though. Like we're, if this comes back up, we have a couple more positive candles. They could still make a run and try to break the highs. And if they do break the highs, we definitely want to join this trade. But for now, nothing much going on. S&P also very quiet. S&P, in fact, right now, if we have a green zone which kind of fails, it comes back down, then it'd be interesting to see if we have a red zone. But remember, the red zone would really have to just break the 66s in order for you to really want to short it. DAX, right? I know Connie loves the DAX. The DAX actually is a trade right over here. So we could get long the DAX here. We should actually get long the DAX. It's kind of like what was its breakout? The breakout was 29. Target would be 39. So we're in it would have to be we're in a little bit better price. So maybe 25 to 35 with a 30 stop on a DAX. Let's see if the DAX kind of works. The only question mark on a DAX is it made super strong highs at 40 here. So the entry is really like 10 points off not too bad. If it was 20 points off the highs, I'd be a little bit more problematic. But the DAX could be a trade here. So we're in at 25. Let's see if we can get 35 out of the DAX. DAX had a really, really sharp rally here. 32. Good enough. We'll take 8. All right, I'll take 8 over here. Better than nothing. I don't know. Did anybody? Connie, did you trade the DAX? Here's Bitcoin. What I wanted to show you in terms of like how good the structure is. So higher red, right? Higher red, breakout candle over here. On Bitcoin, it's like hundreds. So it's, let's say, within a couple of hundred of the highs. The breakout is what, 680? Yeah, the high here is 600. The prior high is around 800. A couple of hundred within the highs, good enough. Boom, you take it. You take it for a move, right? Right over here, this did not quite make the trade to the upside because this was just a tad bit lower over here than this. So you wouldn't, it would have negated the trade, and this was a lower low. Both worked, but they just weren't the signals that we like to look at. Here, on the other hand, though, so red against red, very close to the highs, right? Like the highs are 500, and this thing ends up at around 400. So you long this with, I don't know, a couple of hundred. I think you have to trade this with 200, 600 stops. So you long 400, looking for 600, which would probably be around somewhere around here, with a 480. So you survive the move against you, and make it over here. Very, very similar, very simple kind of structure, but working in Bitcoin just as well. Actually starting to turn down in NASDAQ. Let's see where we are at these are all strong downs. Strong downs. So the NASDAQ is kind of interesting because you have a lower green, you have a short sell here. If this sell breaks the barrier here at 13, looks like we got a sell signal, right? So it's pretty legitimate signal to the short side. Let's just see if this completes. So far it hasn't completed. Okay, we're in at 11, looking for 6. Let's see if we can get 6. What was the low over here was 4. Yeah, that's close. I would have loved, it to be a little bit shorter than 11, like maybe 5. But let's see if this comes in. We're looking for 6, and there we go. And there's 6. So +5 on NASDAQ, going for more. Going for more. Actually, like all goes all the way down there. Connie, the indicator is not working. What do you mean on TradingView? It's working on TradingView. Like use it on TradingView. Don't use it on MT5. MT5 not working. That's because I think it's it could be. And now it's fine. Okay, yeah, it's probably some kind of a thing. That's why I really like I like TradingView as a platform because it's just so much cleaner. Anybody else trade the NAS with me? Come on, you wussies. That was like a gimme setup. Cheryl, Karen, where are my ladies? Karen did. Good job. Miguel, Toreador, did you trade the NAS? Miguel is trading his. Miguel has got like 7 indicators on his chart, including zip. Okay, no problem. Anyways, I mean, you guys seeing the principle in action, right? You're seeing the principle in action. It's the, you know, we follow the flow on a very, very specific rule set like this, and you know, more time than not, it works out. Let's see. I got nothing else on the indices here, because everything is just one-way price action. So this is what? This is still Nasdaq. Nasdaq's trying to make, you know, coming off the lows. Russell definitely turned a lot more negative. You know, and sometimes, I mean, you know, the thing about this setup is that when you have deep trends, there's nothing to do, because our whole function is to come in at the beginning of a trend. If it's just a long trend, yeah, we could join it, but like we don't have it. We don't have any edge. Our only edge is in believing that the trend is going to continue, right? So we want to time it to the beginning of the trend. I mean, once we kind of get very good at timing the beginning of the trend, then we could, you know, see if we could take one and milk it all the way for 20, 30 points down the road. But right now, the principal idea is to just find as good a timing mechanism as we can in all of this, you know. Let me see let's go through the currencies, just see what's shaping up over here. Nothing on Aussie, is just very, very quiet. Kiwi actually had a pop signal here at 99 that would have given us 5. See how nice and clean that was at the opening. Yen is putzing around. Didn't I say yen was a good short at 25? Didn't we talk about this? I said that I like the yen selling over here. I totally forgot about it. Anyways, that would have made bank, but you know, I missed it completely. Nothing on the yen. Excuse me, nothing on the CAD. Euro dollar. This is what I'm talking about, the sell. So this is 2000 against the low of 91. A little bit too far away for my taste. A little too far away. Could still work to the downside, but I would have loved to, you know, this short should have been like at around 95, within 5 of the prior low. Then I would have taken it. But you know, it's working. Oh, pound is. Oh, I'm trading pound yen. I was like, oh, what am I doing? I totally forgot that I was trading pound yen. When did I take the pound? Why didn't the pound yen get done? Didn't we take the short over here? I took this short over here. What's going on over here? Oh, euro yen. I'm trading euro yen. Ah, Jesus, I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm like, I've totally forgot. I thought I was trading pound yen. So I was trading this euro yen, and it's just putzing around. And I don't. It actually went a little bit in my direction, but didn't quite make it. And I don't necessarily love this trade, but you know, whatever. I'll let it flow. One of the reasons why I don't love the euro yen right now is because the euro is a little oversold over here, right? Like it just didn't quite make fresh lows. This is going to be contingent on euro making fresh lows, and the component of it is not as strong as I want it to be. The pound had not a great sell, like a decent sell, but like it was this 02 against 93. No, it didn't really even have a good sell here. So you know, if you wanted to kind of cheat and you'd say, okay, this was the No, doesn't. You can't be cheap. There's not this. It was a marginal. It's a marginal signal in the pound, and it's a marginal signal in the euro. And both of them are essentially not going down right now. I mean, right now it's just basically based much more on luck than edge as to whether this trade is going to work or not. That's pretty. Oh, pound Swiss is my other one. This one I really like to trade. Pound Swiss got nothing. We're turning for pound Swiss to be a trade. I would need it to make a green, make a red, make another green that's going to be a higher green, and then break out. Then I would really trade it as a turn. It was a great. I actually shorted it over here. This was a great short over here off of a low sell that was very close to the lows of the prior leg. So I came in. I think I came in at around 2, and you can see it went all the way down to 87. Oh, 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 oh. We're breaking down here. Breaking down. Nas kind of crashing. Nothing on this. Everything is breaking down. We got no trades, but it's all breaking down. Fresh leg to the downside. Whoa, look at that move. Look at that move. If I only had a strategy that could capture that move. But but you guys really, I mean, I hope you guys are seeing it. It's like it's really, I think it makes the field of vision so much easier once you understand where you are within the structure, what's going on, which side has the edge in the trade at the moment. So this is, I mean, it's not interesting, but it's just mildly amusing. So this green, if this green, let's say we go red, right? This fails, and we go red hard, like this goes to like 16 on the candle break, on the strong break, then that would be a legitimate, sell structure. Yields are coming down a little bit, so maybe that's what's and yields and risk is all selling off a little bit, so maybe that's what's keeping everything down. It's very interesting if you're watching the price action. I don't know if you guys have noticed it. In the last month, every rally has been a sell. Prior to this, every dip was a buy, and it feels like now every rally is a sell in the market, positioning wise. I don't know if you guys are feeling it, but I definitely am feeling it this way. Just want to see some more obscure pairs. And you can kind of see this visually. Let me just do this. Alt H. You can sort of see it visually where this particular break, right? So this is Euro CAD, comes down like you took this short over here at 42. The heat was around 48, and then it then it really crashes. Versus, yes, you could have taken this move over here in the oops. You could have taken this break over here, and you would have made your 5 because it certainly crashed for like another 10, right? But it was far above the lows of the day, and you can see that it basically double bottomed over here and came back up. It's not that it always does this. It's just that it's not as high. It's not as high a probability to punch into support as it is to punch through empty space. When you have empty space and there's nothing in front of you, you have a greater chance of the move in your direction, right? Somebody was saying that, I was reading a book, and they were talking about the idea of oh, by the way, my euro yen is working finally. That thing is working. I think I'm just going to take it right now. It's the TP is 3, and it's 6. Nothing. It's 6. Whatever. I'll take it. It's 5. I'll take it for 3 points just to and it actually goes to 4. Finally, the euro yen came in. Remember, I said I wasn't really feeling the trade, but it's finally starting to work, and it actually is probably going to hit my 3. So yeah, I mean, we came in over here on the euro yen, and that was, as I said, that was a legitimately good trade. What I didn't like was that the euro itself was kind of far away, but now the euro is making the double bottom over here, so it's fine. So yeah, there it goes. Euro yen would have made the full Monty. It does the whole thing. So so that's good. Oh, so I was saying I was reading this book that says, in the book it says it's a lot easier to fly with the wind at your back than than wind in front of you. And I thought that's a really good metaphor for what we're trying to do. We're basically trying to trade with the wind at your back, right? We're always trading the momentum of the moment, the failure of the counter momentum, and then ultimately, if we can possibly get it, free space. Space where there's no support, no counter momentum against us. That the free space to the downside. So this was free space over here. Worked really, really well. This was not quite the free space, but it worked okay in this move, right? Anybody trade the euro yen, by the way? Has anybody traded any of the currencies with this, with this indicator, with the combo indicator? I'm just curious. You did, Connie. Good for you. Good for you. So for now, we got nothing. I mean, basically, it's just it's the boring opening rotation. We sold off. We obviously ran into the highs and then sold off. Now we're going to see where the rest of the day is in terms of where they want to take it. I mean, they're going to taking everything red right now, and the bigger question is going to be, are they going to stabilize it, re-rally it back up as the day goes by, or is this going to get? It feels to me like it's going to be another negative day. So we'll see. Right now, the most obvious trade, and this is the critical thing, assuming the strong break presses towards new lows, is going to be a sell. But if we get a situation where we get a bounce back, like a green failure somewhere over here, and a sell in the 80s against the absolute low of the movement in the 30s, I don't want to take that trade. Even if it works, I don't want to take that trade because it's not, it's got a lot of space in front of us, and I want to go into empty space. Does everybody see what I'm saying? So basically, the next step, order of business for us, is to codify all of this, which is not going to be too difficult, I think. And then, obviously, the big project that I'm hoping I can finish with Daniel is the heat map, because we'll be able to lay it out and then see when these ideas are starting to pop up on what particular instruments, and then we can go to that instrument, look at the charts, make trades. It's going to make our life a lot easier if we have a dashboard. Our what did I say yesterday? Dashboard of possibilities. Is that what I called it? Actually, I think I typed it, right? So it's inside here. Where is this? Where are we? Dashboard of opportunity. That's what I liked it. Dashboard of opportunity. That's what I want. Right. So we can create our dashboard of opportunity. Yep. All right, guys. So let's wrap it up a little bit here because the producer is bugging me. I got to go do CNBC a little bit later, but let's watch the markets for us today. We're definitely going to get a little bit of a turn. The question is, what kind of turn we're going to get? If we get obviously higher greens with a decent breakout, that might be a decent turn trade. If this is going to be a very ugly one-way trade for the day, then we got to be looking for fresh lows. We got to be looking for fresh lows for us to, or close to the fresh lows for us to try and take some shorts off of our setup. But let the market tell us which way they want to go today, and then we can trade with a wind behind our back, wind at our back. You guys like that? I kind of like that. I think it's a nice metaphor. Since I feel like most of us spend all of our time trading with the wind in our face. All right, baby. Yes, I see you. I see you. I see you. Okay, guys. Everybody have a great day. Any final questions? Anything else you want to ask me? We got nothing much going on here. It seems to, the markets have kind of stalled at the lows for the time being. No? Are we good? Thank you very much. I'll see everybody tomorrow. Let's reconvene. We can compare notes at what's going on. I'll try to post if I do any FX or indice trades the rest of the day. I'll post them in the charts. Okay. Thank you guys. Everybody have a great day. Take care.